Midjourney version 6.1 style references and weights explained. Midjourney version 6.1 style references and weights explained, full video script. Hook, the style reference game changer. Most creators are leaving 10x better images on the table with Midjourney. You're probably using style references all wrong right now, stacking weights randomly, copy-pasting prompts that don't actually work. I tested hundreds of combinations, and the results shocked me. The difference between amateurs and pros? They know one simple trick that changes everything. Let me show you exactly what I found. Here's the reality. 90% of Midjourney users don't actually understand how weighted style references work. They slap on a reference image, hope for the best, and wonder why their outputs look nothing like what they imagined. By the end of this video, you'll have Midjourney version 6.1 style references and weights explained completely, the syntax, the strategy, and the advanced tricks that most tutorials don't even mention. You'll know exactly how to control your outputs with precision instead of guessing. Let's get into it. Why Midjourney version 6.1 style references matter now. So why does this matter right now? When version 6.1 dropped, Midjourney quietly made style references significantly more powerful. The model processes reference images differently now. It pulls more nuance, lighting, texture, color grading, compositional mood. But that power comes with complexity. Here's the problem. If you're writing vague prompts and tossing in a random reference URL, you're getting inconsistent, mediocre outputs. Every single time. I've watched designers and digital artists waste literal hours re-rolling generations because they didn't set their references up properly. When you use precise references with intentional weights, you get 3 to 5 times faster results. I'm talking first or second generation, usable, high-quality images. That's not hype. That's what strategic reference usage actually delivers. Understanding style references, the basics. Alright, let's start with the fundamentals. A style reference in Midjourney version 6.1 uses the href flag. You add it at the end of your prompt, followed by an image URL. That image tells Midjourney, hey, match the style of this, not the content, the style. Syntax example on screen. Think of it like handing a painter a mood board. You're not saying paint this exact thing. You're saying paint in this feel. You can add multiple references to a single prompt by listing several URLs after the href flag. Midjourney will try to blend them. Now, your reference images need to be publicly hosted URLs. Discord CDN links work. Imager works. Direct image links from cloud storage work. If the URL doesn't end in an image extension or isn't publicly accessible, Midjourney will just ignore it silently. No error message. It just won't work. By default, version 6.1 balances multiple references equally. So if you drop in 2 reference images without specifying weights, Midjourney treats them as a 50-50 blend. That sounds fine until you realize you almost never want an even split. And that's where weights change everything. Mastering weights, the secret syntax. This is the core of the video. Pay attention here. The style weight parameter is SW. It operates on a scale from 0 to 1000, with the default sitting at 100. This controls how strongly Midjourney applies the style reference overall. But here's what most creators miss: the weight syntax is actually backwards from what you'd expect. A lower SW value doesn't mean bad. It means Midjourney leans more on your text prompt and less on the reference image. A higher value means the reference image dominates. So SW25 gives you a subtle nod to the style. SW750 basically says, I don't care about my text, match this image's vibe exactly. Here's a real example. Same prompt, a futuristic cityscape at sunset, cinematic lighting. With href, cyberpunkreference.jpg, SW25, you get a clean cityscape with a hint of cyberpunk color grading. With SW75, the cyberpunk palette takes over. Neon reflections. Gritty atmosphere. Completely different output from the same words. Now, the common mistakes. Number 1, overweighting. If you crank SW to 1000, your text prompt basically gets ignored. Your words stop mattering. Number 2. Conflicting references. If you stack two wildly different style images at equal weight, Midjourney produces a muddy, confused mess. It can't reconcile opposing aesthetics. The advanced tactic? Stack multiple references with individual weights using the : syntax after each URL. For example, sref URL 1 60 URL 2 40. Now you're telling Midjourney exactly how much of each style to blend. 70 modern.jpg, a 30-inch with arrow pointing to 70% vintage mood, 30% modern clean. That's precision. That's control. That's what separates people getting lucky from people getting consistent. Practical workflow, step-by-step implementation. Wait, before you implement this, there's one critical mistake that tanks your consistency. And that's not having a system. Let me walk you through my actual workflow. Step 1. Build a reference library. Collect images that represent styles you love, color palettes, lighting moods, textural feels. I sort mine into folders by category: cinematic, editorial, painterly, product. Step 2. Start with a single reference at SW100. This is your baseline. See what Midjourney gives you before you adjust anything. Step 3. Adjust in increments of 25. Bump to SW125, then SW150. Small adjustments reveal how sensitive your particular reference image is. Some images have a strong style signal. Others are weak. You won't know until you test. Step 4. Once you've dialed in one reference, then add a second. Start the second reference at a low weight: 20 and increase gradually. This prevents the muddy output problem I mentioned earlier. Troubleshooting tips. If your reference seems completely ignored, check the URL. If your output quality drops, your SW is probably too high and it's overwriting important prompt details. If your character or subject keeps shifting, you need to stabilize with a seed value alongside your style reference. Advanced techniques, pro-level strategies. Most tutorials skip this, but this advanced blending technique is what separates mediocre from museum-quality outputs. Try blending opposite styles on purpose. Pair a warm, vintage film reference at 70 with a cold, clinical modern reference at 30. The tension between them creates something unique that neither style produces alone. You can also combine sref with other version 6.1 parameters. Use AR16:9 for cinematic framing. Add Chaos 15 to introduce slight variation across your four outputs while keeping the style locked. Pin a seed value to maintain character consistency across multiple generations. Here's a real niche walkthrough. Say you're shooting product photography for a skincare brand. You grab a reference image from their existing campaign. Set sref, brandimage.jpg, SW200. Now every product shot matches their established aesthetic. Brand consistency in seconds. That's a service you can sell. Bonus, the hidden weight optimization trick. Here's a lesser-known technique that saves massive time. Instead of guessing weights, reverse engineer them. Generate an image you love. Then use that output as your style reference for future prompts. Midjourney already encoded the style. Now you're feeding it back in a closed loop. Start at SW100 and adjust from there. For organizing all of this, I use Notion to track which weight combinations work for which styles. It's basically my prompt database. For quick mockups and social posts with my Midjourney outputs, Canva handles everything. And if I need to generate the text prompts themselves faster, Jasper AI is great for brainstorming descriptive prompt language. I use all three daily. Links are in the description if you want to check them out. This feedback loop method eliminates the guessing. You converge on your perfect style in 2 or 3 rounds instead of 20. Outro plus affiliate CTA. Alright, let's recap the 3 things you need to remember. 1. Style references tell Midjourney how to render, not what to render. Use sref with intention. 2. The SW parameter and per reference : weights give you precise control. Use small increments, not random numbers. 3. Build a system. Organize references, test methodically, and use the feedback loop to lock in your style. If you're experimenting with style references a lot, and you should be, a Midjourney Pro or Mega plan gives you the fast GPU hours you need to iterate without waiting. That's what I run. Links in the description with the best current pricing. I also put together a freestyle reference weight cheat sheet, a downloadable PDF with syntax examples, weight ranges, and my personal formulas. Grab that in the description too. Just drop your email and it's yours. Now I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below. What's the wildest style combination you've tried in Midjourney? I read every single one. If this helped you, smash the like button. It genuinely helps the channel. And subscribe if you want weekly breakdowns on Midjourney version 6.1 and AI creative tools. I've got a lot more coming. I'll see you in the next one. End of script. Estimated read time at 150 WPM, 10 minutes. Word count, 1560 words.